the Rockets in wonderful Houston, Texas. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Taking a look at New York. After dropping the first 3 games of the season, they need to turn it around.
And right now for the Knicks, they played some good basketball this year. They have to consider this season to be a success in terms of where they are at this point.
Well, they ought to. I mean, I wasn't sure they were going to be able to do a lot of damage coming into the year. But I'm a believer now.
So the New York starting 5. Porzingis is out there with Anthony. Then there's Aflalo. Then it's Sanders. And it's Galloway at the 5.
He can be a weapon if he gets going early from long range.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Howard can't hit. For the New York Knicks, they come into this one following a loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And one of the factors...
The Knicks leading by 6. Galloway kicks to Anthony. Here's Porzingis, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
That's his first personal foul.
The Knicks shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
And, you know, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting was something they didn't have to worry about gave them a lot of confidence to play freely.
Now here's Freak. What a tremendous game he played against the Clippers. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage even though it was all over.
Aflalo left side. Pass to Porzingis. Back to Aflalo. Just 5 on the clock. And here's Anthony from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And the deciding factor in that one was their success from the floor. I mean, they just hit big shots time and time again.
Yeah, just the way you want it when you're the road team. Don't even give the fans a chance to get into it.
Now Aflalo. James Harden missing on the 3. Aflalo dishes to Carmelo. Pass to Porzingis. And it's Aflalo penetrating. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Rockets trail by 9. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Here's Galloway. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And finished off by Sanders.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters. But if they even approximate that, watch out.
And so it's Houston with it. The Knicks making the shot.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup.
There's Galloway. Now the pass to Porzingis. Anthony with it. He's picked up by Ariza. Anthony against Ariza. Charity stripe shot. That's good. Anthony's got his second basket of the night.
And a huge lead here early to start.
Well, you know, right from the tip, there's not anything they haven't done well so far.
Okay, man, put your hands together for your Rockets Power Dancers.
And here's a look at the numbers for Howard. He's coming off an excellent season. 6th in shooting percentage, 7th in rebounding. And he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And, you know, back to his tremendous efficiencies from 3 last year. I mean, his dead-eye shooting creates so many opportunities for that offense.
The Rockets making a switch here. Jones is checked in. Robin Lopez is checked in for New York.
you know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Here's Porzingis, and it's off the back rim. No good.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass. And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
Here's Anthony following the score by Trevor Ariza. It's stolen by Ariza. Here's Jones. Plays it in off the breakaway. And now it's only a 5-point Knicks lead.
Well, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense just like that.
And, Clark, the best way to get that early offense is with steals that allows you to get out of transition.
Here's Porzingis. We saw him with 19 points his last outing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
And it's Freak missing. The Knicks leading by 5. Here's Galloway. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pass to Porzingis. Harden against the Flalo. And Jones sends it back. And he's able to get it back.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The Knicks shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. And the first one drops. Houston making some changes. Capella's checked in. And Corey Brewer's subbed in for Trevor Ariza. And then for New York, Thomas checked in for Porzingis. Ken Bazemore comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Langston Galloway. Now, here is Lawson. 9 points last game. The dish to Jones. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And, Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Aflalo with it, covered by Brewer. Dellavedova, the pass to Thomas. A floater. With a pause in the action, let's show you the teams that were best from the line last season. The Knicks, 4th.
You know, it's interesting when you look at this team, Kevin. I mean, they found a way to get their whole team to knock down free throws at a consistent level. I mean, a team that can't make free throws, that's a huge liability and one you don't want to deal with. They'd like to repeat their success at the line this year.
And both free throws good for Thomas. Rockets trail by 7. Stolen by Thomas. Here's Aflalo, and Capella sends it back. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. In the corner, Bazemore with it. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. Bazemore's got his first basket of the night. Rockets have gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. And Lawson, here we go. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
New York leading by 7. Dellavedova kicks to Aflalo. New York moving it around. Feeds to Thomas. Lopez a screen. Dishes to Aflalo. Kicks to Dellavedova. 6 to shoot. The 11-footer. And a little luck that time, but it drops. And the Knicks lead by 9.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
And Lawson with the drive. He's off from 17 feet. New York's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. A chance now to go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to visit with Kurt Rambis.
He said that they'd be focusing a lot of their defensive energies on containing Ty Lawson, especially in transition. He added, Lawson is one of the fastest players in the league. So if you let him get out and run, you're putting yourself at a huge disadvantage. We've got to keep him in the half court and limit his penetration. Guys?
Thanks again, Doris. Here's Freak. Aaron Aflalo picking up that last basket. Freak kicks to Capella. The feed to Freak. The shot. And the shot falls short this time.
Kevin, not a single point in this quarter for him. Obviously, not what they need right now. He's got to score.
Bazemore misses. Rockets trail by 11. Now, Freak looking for his first basket still in this one. A baseline J, and he nails the jumper.
You know, getting that first make is key after 4 misses to start, guys. I mean, hopefully he can build on that.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. They spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
And now we have a chance to check out Freak here. A very nice season for him last year. It's about 14 points, just over 2 steals and 5 assists. And he's a real threat defensively. You look at his steals during this stretch, always lurking for the smallest mistake.
Well, he causes those mistakes, too. I mean, he'll harass you for the full 94 feet, never giving you an inch.
Here's Dellavedova. Thomas up top. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
It's stolen. And a fast break now for New York. Dellavedova, that's good. And the Knicks lead by 13.
Well, they've yet to string many stops together.
It just seems like they're a step slow today.
Now here's Freak. He's covered closely. Thomas with the steal. Here's Bazemore. Rips down the breakaway slam.
No doubt they've come into this game with a really aggressive approach, just pounding the ball inside.
It certainly is working. They're finding the open lanes to the hoop and owning this game early.
And it's Freak missing. Fast break. Here we go. 3 seconds left. Offensive rebound. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And an overpowering